For cheap D2R items, visit aoeah.com. You get 3% off with the code ARIAT. Check the link in the description. Hello and welcome everybody. Since yesterday, brand new info about the second season of Diablo 4 is out, and I have summarized for you the most important changes. There are some very good news that should make many players happy, and maybe even will dispel the displeasure of some. Before caring about the numerous quality of life improvements, we first look at the season specific content. The Season of Blood is waiting for us, as the title suggests, a vampire theme. The terrible Lord Zir is terrorizing Sanctuary, but before you get to see this new end boss, you'll be helping a vampire hunter named Eris on various adventures. You will encounter new monster types, such as vampires or blood skeletons, which will also surprise the players with new attacks. In the endgame, boss runs will finally become a topic again. In addition to Duriel and Lord Zir, there will be 3 more bosses that you can run as many times as you like, and they should also have special loot tables. Those will contain the so-called Uber Unix, which will still be very rare, but should get a more realistic drop chance. The Maligans from the first season will disappear of course, but the characters will get vampiric powers. There will be different blood seals of which you can insert up to 5 into a provided board. Especially the combinations of different vampire powers should become very interesting. Matching the storyline, there will also be a few new cosmetics. I'm personally looking forward to this burning horse, which reminds me of a nightmare from MTG. The cosmetics are to be found with the new bosses. In addition, a new event is added, kinda similar to the Helltide. It will be called the Blood Harvest. There you will be able to farm season-specific materials and also pick up strong loot rewards. Unlike the Helltide, there will always be an area where the Blood Harvest takes place. If an area expires, the harvest starts somewhere else, and the collected resources do not disappear during change or when you leave the game. Now for the numerous detail improvements. For hardcore players, there will be scrolls that automatically save the character on disconnect by teleporting him to a safe location. There will also be stronger XP bonuses because they all will be multiplied by the world tier in the future. When skipping the campaign, you will get 2 more waypoints per area, so a total of 10. And very important, the renown progress will persist between characters and seasons. So in Season 2, we will start with all Paragon points and other unlocks. With the end of the first season, you will also get 2 new character slots. This is also urgently needed. In all towns and villages where there is a waypoint, there will also be a personal stash, and additional stashes near important vendors. At the Whispering Tree, an occultist will open up his shop, and in various towns, the Curiosity Merchant will be placed closer to the waypoint. Also a very great improvement, the horse will get a huge buff. In the future it should no longer get stuck or lose speed for no reason. It will automatically jump over ditches and run 14% faster. The maximum speed remains unchanged, but the boost from Spore lasts 50% longer. And finally breaks barricades. The cooldowns will also be reduced. After dismounting you will have only 5 seconds. The cooldown of the mount attack is reduced from 10 to 3 seconds. And when the monsters take you down from the horse, you will only have 15 instead of 30 seconds waiting time. When teleporting to nightmare dungeons, you will directly get into the dungeon and not in front of it. And the included events should also give much more monsters, especially in the first waves, which are kinda poor. The structure of many maps also gets adjusted, so it will be more comfortable when running. You won't have to backtrack too much, and enemies which are relevant for completing will be closer to the main path, so that you cannot miss them. Legion and boss events will be more frequent. World bosses will appear almost twice as often as before, every 3.5 hours. The rewards from the Whispering Tree will be improved, so no more low-level sigils, and in addition there will be more gold and experience. Further, you will not only be able to mark items as junk, but also as favorite, which makes inventory management a bit more flexible, and you can protect important items from accidental sale or recycling. In the stash, you will get a search and filter function for your items. Also a change I have been waiting for since a long time, you will not only be able to turn off the damage numbers, but all the other text layers in combat too, so all those dodge and vulnerable and so on. An optional autorun function will be added, and the minimap will be zoomed out a bit to capture a wider area. An important change for all items, monsters of higher monster levels will drop items with higher item power, and also the loot from the Helltide chests and from the Whispering Tree will get more item power as well. So the tree, which always annoys me, maybe becomes a little more interesting. That's definitely a lot of good improvements. I'm really looking forward to the new season, especially because of the boss runs and the Uber Unix, but also all the other changes are great, so I will hopefully swear about my horse for the last time soon. What do you think about the news? Write it in the comments. I say goodbye for today, take care and may the loot be with you.
Follow me. Thanks. Goodbye.